Nelly?
Thanks for coming, guys. We'll have a seating chart this week, so just wanted to be aware of when you will come on Friday. Questions for Tom Brands?
Tom, I guess first time we've seen you since this week or last week. Starting with Michigan, I guess what were the contributing factors to just the result there out in Ann Arbor?
We've got to perform better. We know that. Onward, forward. Looking ahead.
What have you seen from the way they responded with their preparation for Penn State coming up?
I don't know if it's that quick. I know that there's regret, and when there's regret, there's a little bit of thorn under your saddle, burr under your saddle, and time to go.
Can that be a positive to have that?
I don't look at things like that as a positive. You have to make it a positive. It's easier to go forward with wins, always. When things don't go your way, you got to get back on the horse and go. It didn't go our way. I'm not ever one to say, oh, that's going to be good for us. But you make the most out of what happened, and if you were on the wrong end of it individually, then right the wrong.
How does the calculus change from that to heading into number one against Penn State when you do go into it?
We knew that our competition was going up when we traveled to Michigan. We know that the competition's rising again. The level of competition is rising. We got to be ready.
You know, you've been a part of a lot of these big duel, 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3, whether it's Penn State, Oklahoma State, and even Minnesota over the years. What's the biggest highlight having, competition like this,
The highlight is that you make the highlights for the home team, the home fans, not because it's in Carver Hawkeye Arena. We could be traveling for this dual meet and make the highlight for the home team. Make the highlight video go your way. I don't want to be on anyone else's highlight video. I think that's a pretty simple concept. And, you could keep going and talk about memories, and the word ransack comes to mind. I mean, when your opponent is ransacked by the good guys, those are the memories. And that's what we got to do. We got to make it a tough battle, and this is going to be a tough one. We're excited. We're looking forward to it, and away we go. We're close.
What, in your opinion, makes these Cale Sanderson Penn State teams so difficult to battle against when you see the run they're kind of on right now?
He is a worthy opponent. I've said that a lot. We have to be ready. That's our competition this week. And he's been the best in the last decade or longer. He's been the standard, and we got to pick it up.
Checking into, I know last week, then the Illinois road trip, Real Woods has that weekend kind of off. Brody Teske gets a chance, and then he suffers his first loss. I guess, how's he responding to that, and how's he getting along in this time?
We'll find out. I like, the response that I see is that you're moving forward, and we'll see. I mean, are you going to measure the response by if he wins or not against now the number one guy in America? That's probably a good way to measure it. But just go out and wrestle your match.
What have you liked about Caleb Rothstein's growth from the start of the year to now, or where he's kind of gotten to?
We have a situation there. He is in the rankings. He's the guy that's in the rankings. That means we picked him. That doesn't mean that Voinovich is out of it. We have two guys there that are sorting it out. I don't really know who's leading. I know that Rachi had a soldier salute that was strong and solid, and that's probably the difference. I think both guys have had and will have opportunities, and this is an opportunity, and it's going Rachi's way this weekend, and we got to be ready to go. And when I say we, he has to be ready to go against a top 10 talented freshman.
What do you see out of Zach Glazier when you know he's ready to go and on top of things?
What I see when he's ready to go is I've seen consistency. You know, I think there's a lot of thinking that goes into this sport that can get in your own way, and I think he's eliminated a lot of that. In the past, maybe when he took some losses, it was like overthinking the loss. Like, was it the right guy to lose to? Was it the right time to lose? Was it and you're putting all this into the equation, and the equation's simple. Control what you can control, not looking in the rearview mirror, go do what you're capable of doing. I think he's done that. He's done that at a high level. He's gotten better, and he has an opportunity against not only a great college wrestler, but a great international wrestler as well.
Is he a real vocal guy as far?
He's a reflective guy, and if there's something on his mind, he will communicate. I think he's definitely gotten more comfortable with that. Is he a vocal guy? I'm not sure there's a lot of things that interest him in his world. I think he's a pretty straight down the middle guy, and if you're talking to Zach Glazier about things that interest him, it's pretty entertaining conversation. He's got a very, not sarcastic, but subdued sense of humor. Very, very, he's a fun guy to be around.
We've seen in the bigger duels before where you've been willing to shake it up kind of later. I don't see him on here now, but is there any chance Gabe Arnold maybe has a chance to?
We will see Gabe Arnold in the future. I don't know when that will be.
Anything else, guys? Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Kelsey?